Alright, we're hunting out here in West Virginia. I could have sworn I just heard something moving through the grass. Man. Oh, what the... It's the same person who called who called the law on me last time. I feel like they're out here trying to fuck with my hunt now. Whatever. I got this one lady. I'm on the back of the WMA, which is public hunting. And I got this one person. I don't know if I can get the camera to focus in, but they live adjacent to the public hunting access. It's hard to tell, but that's their roof. And so what she's been doing ever since last season when she noticed me hunting here, she's been deliberately going on walks straight up to my tree with her dog. And she obviously knows I'm there. I mean, we make eye contact, and she literally just laughs and keeps on walking pretty much. So we'll see. We'll see how long I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for before I call the game warden and have her cited for hunter harassment. What's up? What's up? Are you okay? Yeah, bro, I'm in a tree hunting. I just can't be loud. What's good? What's good? Leave Bambi alone. I'll be honest with you. I let a lot of deer walk, and unless it's a big deer, a big buck, I'm not gonna be harvesting it. My hunting outings pretty much are just bird watching, because I rarely ever pull the trigger. James. I'm on the WMA, homie. This is public hunting. If they didn't want to see hunters, they probably shouldn't buy land adjacent to public hunting. Just gonna point that out there. You really shouldn't buy land that's part of public hunting if you don't want to see people hunting. Might as well move to the city. Oof. It's about 60 degrees right now. I had five or six does come through first thing this morning. And let them walk. Also had a target buck. He was about 150 yards chasing does. So hopefully he will make his way back through here. I'm hunting over a scrape. And it rained yesterday and last night, so hopefully he comes around, if he hadn't already, before I got in the tree, to freshen up that scrape. If I had him in a tree by my house with a rifle or bow, it's not working out. Let's just say. Yeah, you sound like a turd. I don't even know why you're on my live if you don't like hunting, but there's nothing you can do about it. And if this was your house, I would probably shoot a deer and drag it to the property line if you were causing me problems, so that you can see that I'm so successful, because you're definitely a turd. There's nothing out here right now. And I'm not even talking loud. But no, you're right. Depending on the section of woods you're hunting, you definitely don't want to be making too much sounds. But this location, these older folks that own that property right there, they tend to do a lot of work in their backyard, whether they're splitting wood for the winter or just doing old people activities like picking up sticks from the backyard. These deer are pretty used to them. Now the bucks are not very used to them. They will still spook pretty easily. But that's right. Like I said, I'm so confused. But okay. Here's the setup. Currently, I am running a Latitude Method 2. It's the double panel saddle. Oof. Comes with a pouch. That's your rope pouch. A Mad Rock safeguard, so I'm able to rappel back out of the tree, and a Slick Rick platform. I also have a Stand Onyx clicker and a Matthews Creed bow. Also running a carnivore arrow and setting it downrange with a Stinger B broadhead. I'm hunting on a scrape right now, but it's off of a trail, which is pretty much like a funnel. Currently on like the side of a mountain, so they've got one stretch to come down the two sides of the mountains where they meet, like a little valley, and then they shoot across. So they come down the mountain, and then it breaks off. They can either take this trail, which that scrape is on the back side of that rock right over there. And they take it down. If they don't bust out right, they come down here. There we go. They come down here, and they use that as a funnel, and they bed. The does tend to bed right in here throughout the day. And there's a little section of houses through here where they're gonna funnel them through here. Yeah, I'm still waking up. barely, I feel like I barely post compared to what I used to. It's just this is just different doing a live stream. Let's see. Use archery equipment where y'all scattered around and jump from archery to rifle. What are y'all doing, rifle or archery? No, dude, there ain't much. There's not much hunting pressure back here. I'm along these houses, but on the public. The only reason I'm able to hunt right here is because I have a park on a private drive. If I wasn't parking on the private drive, 4 or 5 mile hike just to get here. The public parking. So I'm pretty deep back in here. And I'm currently hunting West Virginia. But yeah, I've scouted all the public. I've scouted Shannondale, the side right up against the river. It's 2 or 3 public parking accesses for the WMA. And this is definitely their main travel corridor. They take this section of woods. Am I homeless? I'll be honest with you, homie. Alright, I'm hunting on a bit of public access in West Virginia. Pretty much at the very back of the WMA. We're doing archery only this season. So for my gear, I'm running a Matthews Creed with a carnivore arrow paired up with a Stinger B and a Stan Onyx clicker. I don't know if y'all know much about the Stan Onyx clicker. That is my go-to release right there. But I have that paired up with a Stinger B broadhead. Also, running a single stick setup, so I am using a Mad Rock Safeguard paired up with a Slick Rick platform. Let me see if I can get myself down there so I can show you the platform a little better. Alright guys, so this is the setup. Got the Matthews Creed Carnivore Arrow Stinger B broadhead paired up with a Slick Rick platform. With a double aider. And I am having that paired up with a Latitude Method 2 saddle, which is let me get adjusted. Which is this. Comes with a dump pouch. Your rope pouch. And it has room for more accessories as well. But this is how I run mine. It's gonna be a long hunt today. It's gonna be, I think, the 6th. No. Like the 9th or 10th full day sits this season while using the saddle. So, in my opinion, the saddle is definitely worth its money. Hit the grunt call, just had one running using that. Oh, word. I'll do the grunt call just for you, homie, but I've already used it a few times when I seen my target buck. Right now I'm not seeing anything, but there could be deer bedded. This is their midday bedding area. I got my antlers attached to my bow rope. That's how I rattle. Now, I've been busted a few times rattling back in the day while slamming them together with my hands. Because these deer tend to pinpoint any sound to a T, seems like. So that's why I rattle with a rope now. But yeah, so today's hunt is gonna be spent on the side of this mountain. Dragging a deer out of here is gonna suck. It's really gonna fucking suck ass. And the only reason I shot that doe was because the people in the house right at the bottom of this hill called the cops on me and the game warden, but they didn't realize I got every game warden's number. So like, it didn't help them out any, because all I did was call the game warden, and that was pretty much the end of it. He literally told me just to keep hunting. So they did not appreciate that, which is why they've been causing so many problems for me this past season already so far. But yeah, I shot a doe here that same day that they called the cops, because I was just like, I mean, might as well, if they're gonna be a dickhead, I might as well be one back. So yeah, I shot a deer that same afternoon. And yeah, I came back the very next season, which is now. And I plan on shooting with that big old buck that I let walk last season. He was a decent 8 at the time, but his brown tines were too little for me to fill out my buck tag on him. So this year I've already seen that buck. He is a shooter, still an 8-pointer, but he's got a lot more mass. and his rack is pretty tall. So I'm hunting over the scrape that he put on the ground the other day, that I watched him put on the ground, so that hopefully, since it rained last night, he'll make his way back through here and try to freshen that scrape up. But who knows, he could have done that around 3 or 4 this morning when the rain stopped and before I was able to make it out here. But we're just hoping for the best. We're gonna do whatever we can. Throw out doe bleats, grunt, and rattle. But yeah, as long as it's within 40 yards, I'll take a poke at him. I shoot pretty regularly. I was at one point second in the state when I was younger for the archery competitions that they had in they held place at Fort Belvoir at the time, I think. So I shoot pretty often. My one grandfather actually made patent a broadhead back in the day and had a little bow shop as well. So it's in my blood. Hunting and archery is pretty much all I do. Hunt and fish. So it's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And obviously I'll work, but who really wants to fucking work? I'd rather do this. I do be swinging a lot in this thing. I do. Not gonna lie. I also sleep in this. Sleep and eat. That right there is my handy dandy lunch table. But I didn't bring any MREs with me. So it's just donuts for now. Donuts for now, unfortunately. And I've debated on filing charges against them, but at the same time I tried to not be a dickhead. But who knows? I mean, if I shoot a buck and it runs onto their property, I'm still hoping that they will at least give me permission to track. I just heard something. False alarm. False alarm. MRV's hard to get around here. Yeah, I had Amazon it. They don't come in until Tuesday. Oh, definitely just heard leaves move. Whether it's a squirrel or not, I don't know yet. Oh yeah, squirrels. Little bastards. Um, yeah, no, these old people they are kind of dickheads, but like I said, I'm not trying to burn any bridges before I even get there, so pretty much I'm not trying to piss these people off too much, because it's all on them, whether they're gonna allow me to track a deer if it goes across their property or not. So yeah, but with that being said, we've had like 2 or 3 face-to-face encounters where we've talked, and yeah, I'm not too hopeful when it comes to being able to track a deer if it goes over there, but I'm just trying my best to not piss them off anymore, but I am still gonna hunt this section of woods whether they like it or not. So I'm not gonna try to shoot a deer and have it run on their property, but you really can't tell where a deer is gonna run once it gets hit. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What state? Shit, I'm hunting West Virginia right now. What state you from? Oh yeah, no, they definitely think it's their deer. I actually moved probably 30, 40 yards from where I was previously. And, I mean, them deer like to lay down in their, on their, damn, them squirrels keep fucking with me. Them deer like to lay down on their lawn because it's literally like golf course grass as soon as you step out of the wood line, and they just hang out right there as well. But with that being, I'm not gonna shoot it if it's on their property, but the second that sucker steps onto the WMA and is in bow range, yeah, I'm letting the arrow eat if it's a mature enough buck. Midday is pretty productive for me at this spot too, since it's their midday um, bedding area. At least it's the midday bedding area for the does. And there's probably 5 or 7 that use this section of woods regularly. Louisiana, I've never been to either Louisiana or Oklahoma. They got good hunting out there. Ooh, fuck, that squirrel really got my neck in. It's the 3rd time in a row. Look at these squirrels, man. They get me every time. I can't anymore. What the heck? Roanoke's got some big deer, that's for sure. West Virginia's got some decent sized deer. But the biggest deer, or the area with the most biggest deer, is actually where I live. I live in I think every single one of these squirrels keep getting me. I live in Virginia, but Virginia's got some pretty big deer. Virginia's got some pretty good genes when it comes to bucks. I got a 10-pointer on camera and an 8-pointer on the same property. No, the 10-pointer is a fucking stud. He's every bit of a 4, maybe 5-year-old deer. He looks like a horse coming through the woods. The other deer's, normal sized buck. But from what I know, my area's got some of the bigger deer with the better genetics. But I plan on traveling to hunt. I have off all next week. So I'm gonna be hunting here, starting enough here, obviously, in West Virginia, Jefferson County, West Virginia. Pieball. I have one pieball I got on um, across the river from my cabin. I flew my drone across there, just kind of being nosy, trying to see what type of animals were on this farm, literally right on the other side of the river. And the very first flight, flew over there and I seen a pieball spike. He was almost completely white. He just had a patch the size of my hand on his back hind quarter. So it was pretty neat to see that. For sure, there's definitely some big deer in West Virginia, especially if you get on some agriculture. But I am not fortunate enough to have permission to hunt on any farms yet. These squirrels are making all sorts of ruckus. Guess I'm really squirrel watching today. Last week when I was out here, I had a flock of turkey come on through. A couple longbeards that were in it. Well, damn. I guess I'm just not one of them. I honestly don't know anyone who's shot a pieball. I know people that have seen them, but I haven't ever come across another hunter that has harvested one. I sure as hell would harvest one if it came across, as long as it wasn't too small. I'm pretty picky when it comes to the deer I harvest, but as long as it was a mature deer, I would harvest it. But if it wasn't, I would most definitely let it walk. I've sat here all morning. I have not ranged anything in case something comes blowing through here. $30. Ooh-wee. This buck is just bedded down with that one doe he's been chasing. And if I was 80 yards the opposite way, I'd probably have a 30-yard shot on him. But that's not the case. So we just go wait. We're just gonna have to wait and see what he does. But as of right now, he's bedded down. And that doe is bedded down just a couple yards ahead of him. Oh man. Oh nope, he's moving again. Was that the buck or the doe? I don't know, but we're gonna throw a doe bleak out and see if we can pull him away from that one doe, even though we know it's probably not gonna work. Oh man. It's crazy how they could just be locked up in one doe. Who's got some suggestions? How do I get this buck up off of this doe? I've already done doe bleats, grunted, snort wheezed, and I've also hit him with the rattle. Oh, how did my antlers get wrapped up like that? No. Alright. We're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna have to fix that. Gotta put y'all up just for a second. I gotta fix that. That's unacceptable. Oh, fuck. No, I don't gotta fix it. He's moving in. He's coming. Oh, shit. See if I can show y'all real quick. He's about to push through there. Just like that. And a doe pulls him off again. This will be the third time he's done that this morning. So we definitely gonna have to fix our antlers. He is a good deer. Ooh, I got his attention. He just keeps pushing that doe in circles. We're gonna get him on over here. We had to. He's gotta be looking for a fight. Oh, there he is. There he is. What do you think he wants, rattle? Give him some rattle. Man, that buck is just hung up on that one doe. He's moving off now. nothing worse than watching your target buck not